Welcome in. Welcome back. Tim Watson here. With a mumbling with a mumbling Monday. Just gonna be um just mumbling about this worthless dog culture again. Just I guess just to vent and rant about it just because it's so frustrating, man. It is so frustrating. Especially when you read about these attacks and innocents being killed and or harmed, and it's just so frustrating. You just want to become the punisher and find these dogs. But the reality is, you know this madness uh, will just continue to happen again and again, and it's a lot, there's a lot of reasons for it, but um, it's to push this dog culture. Um, Sorry, give me a second. Give me 1 second. Oops. Sorry for the delay. Yeah, it's to push this dog culture and to protect dogs, and there's a lot of other things along the way, but it's just to keep pushing dogs, even though they have killed life, and it's this like it's just weird that the same dog lovers, when they hear a tragedy of children losing their life in a car accident, fire, crossfire, they were shot, they go missing and they're found dead. And these dog lovers will feel remorse and sad. They will feel something. But when it's the dog attacking innocent lives, these dog lovers, they change, and they will praise and worship the dog in situations like that. And it does happen. I've read comments like that on the Reddits, on the YouTubes, on the Facebooks, where a victim is killed or hurt, and dog lovers will praise the dog. They will worship the dog. They want to know if the dog's okay. They're going to blame the victim. This dog culture, man, it's criminal. And like the title says, criminals love dogs, and it's so true. If you're a criminal, it's more than likely that you love dogs, because dogs, they create this, they turn people into this rude abomination. They turn people into criminals, into violent perps, into deviants. This dog culture, that's what it does. Like I said in the other video, people love but dog lovers, they love dogs. They worship dogs so much that they're willing to harm others, steal from others, and they will not see anything wrong with that just because they don't like people. And just because they put dogs over people, that they don't see, being criminal towards people as something wrong. They don't notice it. It's like the dirt underneath our shoes when we walk. They don't notice it. They don't care to notice. So that's why a lot of dog lovers are criminals. That's why they do the things they do, is because they love and they prioritize the dogs, that they really don't care about people. They may act like it, but at the end of the day, they prioritize and put dogs above people. Accountability, one of my favorite words. Accountability. There are dog lovers that are vastly against bully breeds and pit bulls. They know that these dogs are dangerous. And one reason why I feel like they're against bully breeds is because these bully breeds, pit bulls, are attacking other dogs. And that's the only reason why I feel like they're anti pit bull or bully breed. Is only because these pit bulls are attacking other dogs. There may be a few that really care because they're attacking people. But the reality is what I think and what I theorize is that these regular dog nutters, they're not anti-pit bull because these dogs are violent. They're anti-pit bull because these dogs attack other dogs, other non-pit bull bully breed dogs. And it's just like, dog lovers in general. Like I said in the other video, dog lovers will fellowship amongst each other. But as soon as, they say something negative about dogs or they abandon dogs or things like that, they're going to crucify, attack, send death threats, insults towards that fellow dog lover. So when it comes to dogs getting attacked by pit bulls, these general dog lovers, they don't like that. They don't like to see their worthless mutts, their gods, dogs, their gods that are dogs, get attacked. Especially by another dog known as the bully breed. So that's what I feel. I just feel like they only care because their regular dogs are being attacked and targeted. And with that, and some of them, they want these bully breeds banned. They want them taken rid of. Some of them really don't care for them at all. Some of them will shoot or kill them. You name it. Some of them just don't like these bully breeds. They understand that they're dangerous, that they commit the most attacks within all dog breeds. But I feel like, again, like I hate all dogs. I want all dogs to go. And there are some, some regular dog lovers who are anti-pit bull that want to see pit bulls gotten rid of. But I feel like for order for that to happen, for order for pit bulls to cease to exist, these regular dog nuts have to also give away and give up their dogs. Because by them keeping their dog, you open that door, that window for these bully breeds to exist. And how many of these pit bull mixes are there? They've been mixed with so many of these breeds. And then when you call them a pit bull, they're like, oh, it's not a pit bull. Oh, it's not a terrier. It's this. It's not a bully breed. It just gets so confusing. And that's why all dogs need to go. All dogs need to go. These regular dog nutters, they will probably donate to dog shelters, dog campaign, dog fundraisers, and there they have like a regular worthless mutt on the picture. But in reality, some of that money is going to support bully breeds. So the same dog lover that may be anti-pit bull is still, giving money to a dog campaign. And they may not think anything of it. Oh, they're going for dogs. They may think just regular dogs. But that money is still going to be supporting bully breeds. That money is still going to be going to feed these bully breeds, to keep them alive. So someone can adopt them. So someone in the neighborhood can get attacked. So little babies can be attacked. It's not making sense here. In order for these bully breeds, and in my opinion, my theory, in order for these bully breeds, pit bulls, to cease to exist in society, all domestic dogs need to go. These regular dog nuts, they are lifting that window open a little bit. And they're allowing these bully breeds to exist. You regular dog nutters are allowing bully breeds to exist. You're allowing pit bulls to exist. You're allowing these pit bulls to continue to attack other dogs just by having your regular worthless nut. Just by giving money to these shelters, thinking it's going for regular dogs or other fundraisers, but in reality, it's going to support pit bulls, bully breeds one way or another. These shelters are rammed with bully breeds. And when these things attack, they don't know what kind of breed it is. They got to do some tests, and it's a mix of this and mix of that. It's so much confusion. That's why these so-called bans I feel like they're just illusions. They're illusions. And the reason why these so-called illusion bans exist is because of regular dog nutters. If you're allowed to keep your worthless mutt, then they're going to keep their worthless mutt. All dogs need to go. All dogs need to go. And I feel like it really does start with the regular dog nutters. You may have some good arguments. You may be citing the obvious. And I respect that. But at the end of the day, you're still a dog nutter who likes to pick up dog poop. So you're part of the problem. Your dog may not be committing a lot of attacks, but you're still part of the problem. Your dog needs to go too. And if you give away your dogs first, and I believe and I hope that these bully breeds will follow afterwards. But it starts with these regular dog nutters. Oh yeah, we're continuing this. Which is smarter, cats or dogs? And the AI says, I don't like using this thing, but it's good, bit of evidence or a good, suggestion of what's smarter, dogs or cats. And they say dogs are often considered more intelligent due to higher neuron counts and better trainability, but cats possess advanced independent problem-solving skills tailored to their nature. So they're basically saying dogs are smarter because you can train them. That's what they're basically saying. But really, what they're really saying is dogs are smarter because you can condition and brainwash them to do whatever you want them to do. While cats are like, no, I'm gonna do what I want to do. And dog nuts are like, I don't like that. I don't want to see independent animals. I want to see an incompetent animal, so-called animal, be needy, greedy, annoying, and demand and want my attention. Demand and wants my time. That's what these dog nutters want. They say dogs' social intelligence. Dogs excel at reading human cues. Are we sure about that? Obeying commands and adapting to human environments. Their domesticated history has made them better solving problems. Their domesticated history has made them better at solving problems, which I disagree. Again, dogs are forever going to be worthless. You always have to train them to do what you want them to do. If you don't teach or train them or whatever, more than likely they can and won't do it. But even then, they're still worthless mutts. And this is not true. Cats can read human cues. Cats can also obey commands. Cats can also adapt to human environments. Dogs are social intelligent, then why are they always attacking and barking at people? People who don't even know the dog, who are across the street, these things are barking, chasing, and attacking them. They mentioned social intelligence. What about this video? This video reminds me of this video. This dog just runs out. And this is the type of things what I mean. The dog is gonna attack another dog, but that's the thing. You can be outside on public or on your own property. These things will dart out just to attack you. So here is an example of what can happen. You minding your own business on public street, on your own neighbor, on your own property, this thing darts out to attack. And they want to say that dogs are social intelligent? It's not the first time these have happened. They have an awareness month or week for delivery drivers or for mail carriers because dogs keep attacking. Social intelligence? They've been domestic for so long, but yet they still will dart out and attack anything they see? Birds are not doing that. Cats are not doing that. Foxes, coyotes are not doing that. It is only exclusively dogs doing that. So how can you say it's social intelligent? Oh, because you have to train them. But you don't have to train birds to do that. You don't have to train cats to do that. You only have to train dogs. It's always dogs that need to be trained, not to do something or to do something. Brain structure, dogs have larger brains, which maybe, but even if their brains are larger, that means nothing. They're still stupid, they're still worthless, they're still incompetent. They still require lying, criminal dog owners to take care of them. Roughly the double of the neurons there in their cerebral cortex, which governs decision making. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? Gotta train these things. You gotta go above you gotta climb a mountain to make these things not behave like their natural way of behaving. Rather than being universally smarter, they possess different types of intelligence. A dog's brain is wired for social learning and task performance, while a cat's brain is optimized for independent hunting and survival. Dogs are basically saying dogs are just worthless. Dogs are dumb. They need to be brainwashed. They need to be conditioned. And you remember, some of these dog lovers are always saying dogs need something to do. They need something to do. Only dogs need something to do just so they don't attack. Only dogs. Meanwhile, we have cats out there independently, hunting and surviving. Doing their things on their own. Not attacking people the first time they see them. Not darting across because they see someone walking. Sure, there are occasions cats will attack other cats. So what? And usually, the cats can walk away. The cats can walk away. But when dogs attack dogs, sometimes another dog dies. Or that dog attacks a child. That child might die. Or the child might lose a limb. They want to say dogs are smarter than cats because of this bullshit they made up. This is AI too. This is AI. This is AI, mind you. Artificial intelligence. Come on. Even AI is stupid for supporting dogs. Oh, and it shouldn't take much. I hated dogs back when I was like in as a child. Before I even knew anything. I still don't know nothing. And all I knew is that dogs were horrible to be around, and I was right. You move forward in life, you see that dogs are just horrible. They're terrible. Which are smarter, cats or dogs? We asked the scientists. Okay, can you leave me alone? Dogs have more nerve than cats. I don't want to read all this, but beyond dogs and cats, the team found a few surprises among the other animals. For example, the largest animals in a bunch, the hyena, lion, brown bear, had fewer neurons than the smaller ones. That brain size might indicate more braininess, which is like, I don't think the size of the brain really means you're smarter. But they're only saying this to justify and put dogs over. They say the raccoon has the brain the size of a cat, but holds as many neurons as dogs. Both raccoons and cats are pretty smart. How about crows? Crows don't have a big brain, but yet they can do a lot of intelligent things. So the size of your brain isn't what it's about. Look at these pit bulls. Their heads are so friggin' huge. And yet, they will attack the hands that feed them. So where is the intelligence in that? Do they not realize that, their ways of getting food is limited? They can only get food basically in probably two ways. Is from their owner or from a shelter. And how do they, if they're so intelligent and their heads are so big, that means they're smart. How come they don't know this? How come backyard animals are not attacking people? But it's dogs that are attacking the hands that feed them. It doesn't make sense. And you want to say dogs are smarter. All this suggests that brain size doesn't matter, obviously. Evolution breeding didn't favor a species or body size when it came to neuron count. In other words, we should avoid pitting different species against each other because they're intelligent in different ways. Again, this is just ways of, hiding that dogs are just stupid. Dogs are stupid. They're so stupid that we don't want to compete. There's a perception that cats being untrainable or may be hard to work with. Cats display a lot of individual variation that have distinctive personalities, which make it harder for researchers to understand them. I believe you can train a cat, but you can't just bully a cat. I mean, dog nuts, they may be dog lovers, but they like to bully and control dogs. They want to control dogs and have that dominance over them. But you can't have that, amongst cats. It doesn't work that way. It doesn't work that way. So with dogs, you have to train and condition this dog to do what you say. And with cats, it's like, cats will listen to you, but they're not going to listen to you like they're dogs. Just because you say sit, they're not going to sit. Just because you say jump, they're not going to ask how high. But a dog will. A dog will sit when you say sit. A dog will come when you say come. That's control. That's power. That's dominance. That's not unconditional love. I respect cats because cats, they're a bit of both. You can train them, tell them to come, and sometimes they will, sometimes they won't. They just do their thing, and I think that's great. Because I'm a person that doesn't like to be told what to do, or at least not all the time. Let me figure things out. Leave me alone. Stop telling me what to do. But dog lovers, they love to tell dogs what to do. Then they're going to call that unconditional love. So I think cats are smart. They're smart enough not to want to be bullied and dominated over. And if you do that, cats will just stop liking you, I guess. They really will stop liking you. You can feed them all you want, but they won't like you. They won't have that little respect for you. But dogs, you can abuse dogs. You can call dogs shitty names, neglect dogs. But as long as you feed them, most of the times they're still going to obey you. Because, again, dogs are stupid. Cats for dogs who's smarter according to science. Nevertheless, science has been able to measure up our favorite pets based on 3 types of intelligence. They have the social, self-awareness, counting. Final verdict. Being smart involves a lot of different factors in many varying scenarios. But I think cats dominate in all scenarios. They know when to fight. They know when to flight. Some are courageous. Some are bold. They get into mischief. They can be a little bit funny. But dogs, they're just worthless. They're just worthless. And we shouldn't consider intelligence from our human perspective. One way to think about it is to ask whether dogs or cats could manage without us. And dogs cannot. They cannot survive without their dim-witted dog lover or dog owners. Cats, however, I believe they can survive. Maybe not for long, but I believe they can and have shown to do very well. Their hunting skills is great. They can hunt mice. They can hunt fish. The way they catch fish and mice, it's like, damn. But dogs, you put them out in whatever, even if there's food available, they will suffer. They will maul everything and suffer. There's videos of there's cats catching fish. They catch one fish and then they eat it. That's it. Meanwhile, dogs will maul everything all at once. Then they'll stay in one spot and shiver and die. In this situation, most cats would be fine and could easily provide their own food. Some dogs would be okay, but others would struggle. Of course, there are individual differences, and dog or cats that's next to you on the sofa right now may or may not be smarter than the average. Their genetics, socialization, early experience in daily life all make a difference. With cats, I'll say yes, but with dogs, they're all worthless. We can probably make them smarter by training them more. Yes, even cats can be trained with positive reinforcement. We don't know for sure, but it's possible that the extra socialization training the dogs tend to get gives them the edge when faced with tasks that require help from others. What it is, again, it's what Pavlov proved. You can make a dog do anything just by giving it food. If you just give it food, you will make a dog do anything. What if you don't? Dog's gonna struggle. Breed likely makes a difference too. Take the Genius Dog product for example, which investigates which worthless mutt can memorize the names of at least 10 toys. Almost all the dog geniuses, let's say border collies or dog geniuses, but there are geniuses in other breeds and mixed breeds too. There aren't cats known who can. There aren't cats known who can do this, but it's a rare ability even among dogs. Ultimately, both dogs and cats surprisingly smart, but in different ways. Then there's one more I want to go through. And they say it's inconclusive. Yeah, dogs are just stupid. They're stupid. Like, they really are. Again, they are pushed on to people more than anything. And it's because dogs are worthless. They're incompetent. They can't survive on their own. That's why they're pushed on people so much. I mean, or else why would they be pushed on people? I mean, you put them in the wild, they suffer, they struggle, they attack people for no reason. Put cats out in the wild, I think they'll do well on various circumstances, but they'll do better than dogs. I already showed you this video. Dog ran out to attack another dog that was across the street. And this is a good example of being neighbors to these dogs. You could be in your own property. These things will dart onto your property to attack you. On public street and attack you. Your delivery personnel, they'll attack you. It's like, dude, you don't see this with cats. It's only dogs that do this. Whether they're bully breeds or not, it's only dogs that are doing this. Cats will probably just run. They'll probably stare you down, and that's about it. Some may, be a little hands-on-ish or paw-on-ish, if that makes sense. But dogs are just, they're the worst. So someone was called racist for mentioning a dog breed. Long story short, they mentioned the dog breed because of some altercation that happened, and they respond, here we go again, let's label it as a pit mix. It seems to be the default breed that people assume. I get frustrated with that. Just say it was a mutt. Just say it was a misbehaving dog that approached you. Let's avoid stereotyping. Again, this is the denial behavior from these dog lovers, from these pit nutters, wanting to protect these violent dogs, because they know, she even said it, they know that these dogs attack the most, but she's trying to save face by protecting them or telling this person not to call a pit bull a pit bull. Don't call a pit bull a pit bull. Just say it's a dog. Let's avoid stereotyping. Let's avoid all this, factual and stats and all these things. Avoid it. This is what pit culture, pit bull, bully breed culture, dog culture, this is what it consists of. This is what it consists of. Lost dog. My dog is on the loose at Brown Street and Bending Oak near fire station. My name is Trigger. Yeah, the orange one. Yeah. A 9-year-old was attacked at a dog shelter. A 9-year-old was attacked at a dog shelter, or whatever, humane society at the human. I don't know what it would call. I don't know what other name they call these things. Pretty sure it's a dog shelter, whatever. And Um, and this is what the criminal dog lovers do. They victim blame. What did the 9-year-old girl do to that dog for that poor dog to do that? This is the types of things that these criminal dog lovers do. These are the type of things that they type. This is their typical behavior. And I don't say it to be mean. I say it to be direct and factual that this is who they are. They are vile, arrogant, ignorant, despicable, nasty, disgusting people. Things are so ugly. Look at this. How can anyone call this thing cute? Look how, like, what's this? God, they're all deformed and look so stupid, man. Like, dude, like, people call this thing cute. This is deformity. My gosh. Look how ugly and hideous and creepy and nasty these things look. Man. She was bit to her face. She was greeting the dog with her family when she was mauled. Man, parents are just, man. A lot of these parents are leading their children to death, man. I think Chuck Norris, he just passed away recently. He was also a dog nutter. I think there was a meme. I'm not sure if he actually said it, but I don't know if he said it or not, but there was some kind of meme where it was like Chuck Norris said that dogs are better than people. But, you know, it's sad that people can live to like 80. They live to their 80s. This guy lived to be 80. And died a dog nutter. Like, how do you do that? Lived to 80s and died being a dog nutter. How do people do that? We have like some elderly that are adopting pit bulls. Man, I hated dogs back when I was like, when I first realized, man, maybe 6. Just didn't like them. Sure, watched TV shows with dogs and all that, but I just didn't like them. Hated them. And I was right. Like, and you fast forward into the future, I was right about them. They're horrible. But we have people like Chuck Norris living till 80. And being a dog nutter, man. Dying a dog nutter. How? How do you do it? How do you do it? I died a dog nutter, man. How do you do that till 80? How? Man. In New Jersey, a man was mauled to death by dogs. It kind of said, I think he said that he's probably looking after them. And just like any other story that we've heard, he tried to break up a fight and these dogs turned on him. I guess they can sense that this guy was a bad person, I guess. Now we still have people that are still ice skating uphill. They're demanding stronger animal control, which, yes, you know, nothing bad to fight for, but You're basically saying, let these dogs, continue to live in our neighborhoods. Let dogs live in our neighborhoods. Let's continue it. Let them stay. But animal control, you have to be a little stronger. That's you're skating uphill, man. You're skating uphill with that rhetoric. What needs to happen, what truly needs to happen is dogs need to be gotten rid of and eliminated from society. Without dogs, a lot of these people would still be alive today, or at least longer than they have. Dogs are killing people out there. Yes, pit bulls, bully breeds kill the most, but other dog breeds that are not bully breeds still have killed and still have attacked. The dog is the problem. We can have more laws and more bans and stronger animal control all we want. But as long as these dogs remain in our neighborhoods, problems are still going to happen because these dogs don't know nothing about these laws. It doesn't affect them that there are more stricter laws. They're going to continue to be dogs. And if you really want these dogs to remain in society, let's say you do have animal control that is stronger and tighter. But once someone is being attacked and mauled, how does a stronger animal control going to prevent and stop that attack? The guy's already being attacked with stronger animal control. This person had this dog for years. The dog never showed any aggression. All of a sudden, it's attacking. Even though we have had stronger animal control. Well, having stronger animal control, it's really dog control, isn't the solution. It may help a little, but dogs still remain. And what really needs to happen is dogs need to have gotten rid of. They need to be eliminated from our neighborhoods, from our society, from our schools, from our cartoons, from our movies, from our posters, eliminated from our ads. All of them. Gone. You keep wanting to have these dogs in society, then we're still remaining to remember a lot of past lives that have been lost. Without dogs, I think a lot of people, all of them would still be alive today, grown, starting a family, starting a job, dying peacefully. But no, a lot of them have died by a dog. And it's just the weirdest way to die. How did he die? Oh, he was attacked by a dog. A dog killed him. It's just so weird to say that. It's weird. It's just such a horrible way to die. There's a lot of horrible ways to die, but it's like, it makes sense. Oh, this guy was climbing a mountain, slipped and died. Okay, it kind of makes sense. Guy was scuba diving and something happened to his suit and he drowned and died. Okay, that makes sense. He was driving, got in a car accident and died. Okay, that makes sense. But to be killed by a dog or dogs, it's weird. It's like something that could be vastly prevented, because dogs are not necessary whatsoever. There are no benefits from them. If you have to lie, you have to be a criminal to say that dogs have a purpose. Dog culture now, they can use AI images, and they are doing it, AI videos, to show dogs being, useful. Because in reality, they're not. So they went from verbal lies to written lies, lies on the news, lies, to now using AI to create images of dogs being productive when that's just a lie. This is what dog culture is. It's filled with criminals. It's filled with liars. And this is what people want everyone to be part of? A culture, a cult that is just filled with lies and criminals? Only a dog nutter. Because dog lovers are not intelligent. Only dog lovers, because dog lovers are not intelligent. That they would accept something like dog culture. I just found out Jane Goodall, who just died, I think, last year, or it could have been early this year. She was a dog lover. Sometimes, I don't, or most times, I don't. When I see a person, I don't think dogs. I don't think dogs or dog lover. Usually, their dog nuttery shows up in some kind of like weird, dog nuttery of a way. But there was a person that studied primates, but in the end, she was a dog lover. She was a dog nutter. Someone that I, kind of studied back when I was in school. Not one that ever think she was a dog lover. She was studying primates. You've seen her with monkeys and all that. So didn't really put dog and her together. Didn't even think about it. But apparently, she's a dog lover. Even though she was around these intelligent animals. She's still a dog nutter. Like you can put these dog nuts into the jungle and surround them by intelligent animals, and they're still gonna be a dog nutter. I had a wonderful teacher about behavior. It was her dog. Let's say she actually did say this. It taught me that animals have personalities, minds, and feelings. Does this start with a bully breed? Again, a lot of images out there these days. But let's just assume that this is legit. She did say she's a dog lover. What you do makes a difference, and what you have to decide what kind of difference. What you do makes a difference, and you have to decide what kind of difference you want to make, and that difference is to eliminate dogs. Even Jane Goodall. Who spent years in the jungle. Died a dog nutter. Man. Grew up with her back in elementary school, like learning about her and all that stuff. Now it's like she lived to be 91. 91. And she died a dog nutter. How do you do that, man? How do you do that? I don't know. I really don't get it. I don't get it. How people can die being a dog nutter. I mean, living to old age, 80s to your to 90s, and you're gonna die a dog nutter, man. It's just so sad. It's sad. It's just as sad as losing your life to dogs. People have to say, "Oh, he died from a dog attack." It's so weird, though. He died from a dog attack. How did he die? Oh, he died from a dog attack. It's like, ooh. It's like, ooh. And especially in this society where you can't say anything negative about dogs, it's like, he died from dog attack. It's like, you kind of go like, oh. It's like, like, what do you say? Like, what do you say? But I would say, like, yeah, of course, dogs are worthless. Dogs are dangerous, and they serve no purpose in society. Those are the types of things that should be said. But people will go silent when it's a dog killing people. But then go around and say dogs are man's best friend, and they'll praise dogs. But yet, they're killing people. Innocent people. All around the world. So it's not an exclusive thing in the Americas or South America. It's not just in Alaska. It's not just in Europe and Asia. It's happening all over the world. Even in built-up countries. Progressive countries like America. Dog attacks are still happening. And all the resources and sources and all the dog experts there are. Dog trainers. And yet, the attacks still continue in America just as much as it's happening in India, places in Africa, in Cambodia, in the Philippines, in China. These attacks are happening everywhere. Criminals do love dogs. They just love dogs. And when someone says they're a dog lover, just suspect that they're a criminal and expect that they're going to do something that is, rude and disrespectful. Because that's what dog lovers do. Anyways, this is another Worthless Mutts. I am Tim Watson, and please remember that it's okay to hate dogs.
It's Okay to Hate Dogs Productions. See you later. Doggy Hater.